From the start to the finish, go hard and we winning. It's the heart of a villain, it's the heart of a villain. From the start to the finish, go hard and we winning. It's the heart of a villain, it's the heart of a villain. Hey yo, heart of a villain beats hard in the centrifuge. Bearded BP, 100 interviews. All it takes is 2 mics and 1 line. This is Bearded Villains podcast worldwide. Driving cross countries, getting ball tires. Fam across ponds, always inspired. Chapters connect, and then it's on fire. Check your phone, cause BV is like a live wire. They said that we couldn't do it and that another could. Never underestimate the power of brotherhood. Every bro, every chapter, every caption. Heart of a villain, bro, lights, camera, action. Action, action, action. Let's go. From the start to the finish, go hard and we winning. It's the heart of a villain.
Coming up next weekend, and I say next weekend, I mean this weekend, the one that's upcoming in just a few days. Over in England, they're going to celebrate. Coming up next weekend, and I say next weekend. Coming up next weekend, and I say next weekend, I mean this weekend, the one that's upcoming in just a few days. Oh. Bearded BP, 100 interviews. All it takes is 2 mics and 1 line. This is Bearded Villains podcast worldwide, driving cross countries. But hey, there I am. Oh, hey, that's the best 30 seconds to start a show we've had in a long time, right? Oh, man. Hey, sometimes in the prep for the show, a recording gets playing and then it jumps off, and then, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hey, everybody, thanks for being here. Welcome to episode 177 of this here show. It is Thursday night, the 1st of June. The 1st of June. I wonder if this thing's going to work for me. Nope, that's not going to work for me either. But hey, guys, the 1st of June, which means we started June. And we're coming up on halfway through the year. I don't know what the true halfway point of the year is, but seeing that it's the 6th month of a 12-month cycle, I got to figure we're pretty close to that. So, hey, tonight we're going to do some things. We're going to do some things tonight, guys. We've got some congratulations to go through for some chapter news. We've got a couple of merch things to kick off and talk a little bit about. And I've got a great interview with a voice that some of you guys here on stateside aren't too familiar with. And such a great brother. And he's one that actually helped chauffeur me around as part chauffeur, part tour guide, along with Rob, when I was over in England several weeks ago. And I'm of course talking about Mr. Bulldog, or as many know, Danny, co-cap of BV London. They have an event coming up this weekend called Villainfest 6. Villainfest 6. It is going to be a blast. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there, of course, but I know a lot of guys are. They have received a lot of great feedback about who's going to be there and everything. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a fun time. And so he's going to talk to us a little bit about their event, the planning for it, and all sorts of cool stuff. Wait till you hear some of the raffle prizes. Anybody that's going to this thing this weekend, boy, all I can say is it's one of the most epic hauls, HAULS, of potential merch items that I've heard of. And yeah, so bring your money if you're going, because you're going to want to get a bunch of raffle tickets and try and get some of this epic stuff. But when he tells you about it, you'll be shocked. So that's going to be that. It's going to be an awesome night here. We're going to kick things off here in just a few minutes with some chapter news, chapter merch, and we'll get the ball rolling. First, I want to say howdy to a bunch of people that are here with us live, as we always see, and we'll scroll through them real quick here. Rob on the road. How you doing, Rob? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, with his typical salutation. Turning in while prepping for V6. That's what we're talking about this weekend, V6. Yes, sir. Rob is here as well. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Good to see you. Mr. Dave Ramsey is hanging out with us as well. Good to see you, Dave. How you doing? Veteran to Valhalla. Had some great conversations with him in the last couple of days. How you doing? Good to see you here. Mars, what's up, buddy? What's up? Get to see Mars again. in a couple of weeks. Well, not even a week. It's a week. Can you believe it? Less than a week. Get to hang out with Mars. And say 100 or 200 of our closest brother friends while over in Vegas next week. So Andy is also hanging out with us here. Hey, Andy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, Mars is saying WTF for the beginning. I assume that's from the beginning of this show. If you tuned in at the beginning, you were watching live, you were probably saying, what in the world? Exactly. He says, did we enter the Matrix? Maybe. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Christian, how you doing? Hola. Good to see you here, buddy. Good to see you here. So, yeah. All right. So we've teased things here. Oh, look at this. Hey, Buddy's here as well. Hey, buddy. How you doing? All right, so we teased things a little bit here. Got some people in the live viewing cycle here watching us. If you are listening to us on a standard podcast platform, I really appreciate you guys. Those of you who are here on that standard podcast platform listening after the fact in audio form, you are the stone, you are the rock, you are the central piece of what we have been about for 176 previous episodes, keeping us going. So thank you very much to you guys. Let's get into some chapter news about what's been going on. We got a couple really cool chapter newsworthy items to forward on. All right. So first up, I want to give a big shout out to a new chapter that was just recently announced in Uruguay. I never feel like I pronounced that correctly with all of the oohs and the ers. But we, back in the day, in school, in elementary school, and when you first hear about this country, you think of, and you're told that it's pronounced Uruguay. But I know that that's not the case. But congratulations and welcome, brothers, to a new chapter over there. Great to see it. Also, we have another new chapter, but it's a new old chapter. So give a shout out to what once was the Upstate New York chapter, and they have thrown aside the Upstate New York name, out with the old. They're moving on into a new chapter of their chapter. They are now known, and they have a new seal to prove it. They're not just going with a new nickname, a new seal and everything. Empire State Villains. And they've come out with a new logo that's reminiscent of the Empire from Star Wars. Hopefully I don't get muted or, a copyright infringe against me just for saying the name. Empire State Villains. So congratulations, guys, to you for the big news that you guys have had this past weekend. All right, so let's keep going with all the good news, right? We've got some merch. We got a couple of merch items from last week we're going to continue with, and we got a couple of new things that we're going to kick off tonight with as well. Okay, chapter merch. So these first couple, we've seen them but last week, but we're going to bring them back because I think that they're still out there and available, and it just makes sense to do it, right? So Pennsylvania East, BV Pennsylvania East, came out with their Pride 2023 patch, $12 shipping included, Pride 2023 patch, which is a variation of their chapter patch with the train, but down the side of the train says Pride. And, of course, you've got the multicolored rainbow on the background. So head over to BVPA East to their Instagram page and head to their store from there. BVPA East. $12 shipping is included on the Pride 2023 patch. Over in Ohio, they had a Memorial Day patch. I don't know for sure. I didn't get a chance to confirm. But, hey, I would hope that there's still maybe some available, but maybe I don't, because it'd be cool if they would have sold them out. But their Memorial Day patch, $12. Head over there to the Heartland Boys, BV Ohio, and find out if they still have some of these available. They were $12 for their Memorial Day patch. Also up, the LA Originals had a patch they released. It was number 5 in a set of 10. Number 5, it's the 5th design in a set of 10 with their LA, their fingers spelling LA, and they're red, white, and blue. That's their American flag patch, which is number 5 of 10. $10. If they still have any available, get over to the LA Originals IG page and onto their store to check that out for sure. Also, we've got some chapters. Well, let's give a big shout out, first of all, to Richmond, to the Richmond boys, because they came out right away with a patch design and whatnot for raising money for our brother Fox over ENC that's having some health issues. And they came out with a great patch that was sold out pretty quickly. And I know that they raised a bunch of money for him with that. But we've also got a couple other chapters doing a similar thing. So we've got Smoky Mountain Villains. They have an ENC X Factor, they're doing to raise some money for the same cause, which is $12. Their ENC X Factor Smoky Mountain colors, but the ENC X Factor, it is $12. As I said, get over to the Smoky Mountain Boys page on Instagram for further information on how you can order that one. And then also just released this week is a pre-order from Rocket City. The pre-order from Rocket City, they're doing a Fight Like a Fox patch. Fight Like a Fox. Very cool. Very cool. With the green and silver and white colors on it. It says Fight Like a Fox on it. It's a pre-order for $12. Very cool design that they've come up with for this thing. Again, $12. Head over to Rocket City for further information on that. And those are the specific items that I have for chapter merch right now. But I do have something else kind of cool that came up just today. And when I say came up, I knew it was coming up because, well, I was involved in it. But my chapter here in Northern Indiana, we just launched a new site and chapter merch store. So, of course, I have to share the news. .org, bvnorthernindiana.org. People have been asking for a long time, when is your chapter going to release some merch that goes out to everybody? And we've done a couple of pre-orders of some different shirts over the last 2 years, but now it's wide open, boys and girls, wide open. You can get one of, I think we have 6 different variations color-wise of shirts with our chapter logo and X Factor on the back. 6 different color variations of that. There are all sorts of other merch items in there. There's a women's V-neck. There's even an undergarment in there as well. All sorts of good stuff. Hats, a couple hats. So just starting out, but we got a bunch of things in there to kick things off. And so head over there to bvnorthernindiana.org for that as well. Also, I have to say, on our page, we also have a little donate button. So as many of our chapters are now a 501c3 here in the States or nonprofit, we also have a link directly on the homepage, the front page of that site, bvnorthernindiana.org, where you can just click to donate if you'd like to donate to our charitable causes. Of course, that's tax deductible. Also, I'm being told here in the chat, I have to give a shout out. Rob is always on top of things. Rob is always on top of things. He says, World Meat merch is now live. World Meat merch is now live. All right, sweet. So you know where to go for that. Get over there. Get those boys some chapter merch. Help them raise some money for what they're doing. The World Meat merch is now live. So get over there and get some of that for sure. All right, guys. Well, hey, you guys have stood by here. You guys hang out for a few minutes. We did some merch. We did some chapter news and whatnot. You let me talk a little bit about our chapter release. So I do appreciate that as well. This weekend, as a matter of fact, because of the time difference, it's today, tomorrow for us, but it's today over in London. And so today, being Friday over there already, is the beginning of their Villainfest 6 weekend festivities. And I know that I was talking when I was talking to old Bulldog about this thing here. When I was talking to Danny, he said he's going to be picking up Rob here today, your time, tomorrow our time, but today to head down there, I believe. So I think that's what he said. Maybe I was thinking something else, but maybe. But hey, I know you guys are going to have a blast at this event. Everything I've heard, everything that he was telling me about in this interview, it's going to be such a cool time. So I wanted you to give a shout out and sit back. You got your popcorn ready, hopefully, and get your popcorn ready. Shout out to Danny, co-captain BV London, here to tell us about Villainfest 6 coming up next weekend. And I say next weekend, I mean this weekend, the one that's upcoming in just a few days. Over in England, they're going to celebrate an awesome event called Villainfest 6. Here today to tell us a little bit about what's going on with that is a certain someone I spent some time with in my first ever visit over into England. And he was nice enough to be a chauffeur and a guide and everything else I needed to make me feel safe and comfortable and everything I needed while we were in England. But hey, that's not what we're talking about. We're here to talk about Villainfest 6, and here today to talk to us about it is the one and only Danny. How you doing, buddy?
What's happening, brother? You well?
I am great. I miss the heck out of you guys. It's weird that's just spending 4 or 5 days there.
Well, it just means you have to come back.
Hey, it's on the schedule. I got to figure out a way.
Wicked. We're always welcome.
We're putting another kid into college this year, and so we'll see if it's financially feasible in the next 12 months.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna work on it. You guys have been waiting for this thing and pumping out a bunch of promo stuff, very cool stuff. And I'm saying it now. The interview is already now, but just a few seconds ago on the live podcast, I will have already played your promo video that you guys put out. So,
wicked, yeah.
Congrats to that. Very cool video you guys put together. But what's it been like? Let's just talk about that for a second. What's it been like preparing for this event?
So we've been seriously preparing because with the COVID and everything else that's been going on in the world, we wanted V6 to really do well. We put a lot of time and effort into it, and V5 was amazing. So V5, we smashed it out of the park. We raised a ton of money. We had over 120, I think it was 128 people turn up to it. So this was going to be, we have to top this one here, boys. We got Guy Reese, Uncle Beard, in our chapter now, and he's taken on our Instagram page and the videos that he produces. This guy is phenomenal. So all the posts and that you see, these videos and everything hanging with the hopefuls, and this is all Reese, Uncle Beard. This we've now nicknamed him the Wizard of Awesomeness because some of the stuff he comes out with is just phenomenal. You can give him an idea and he goes, yeah, I'll leave it with me. And next thing you know, bang, this video comes out and everyone's like, what? What? But you give this guy this and he comes out with this. It's like, oh. So he's been massively helpful for us, and he's promoted it. He's done amazing. All of us put together, we've got some really good guys in London now, and we all put our heads together as a chapter, and we all come up with these ideas. So it's just been phenomenal. Yeah.
I was when I saw the stuff he has put out, I'm jealous of, man. It's I mean, I like to think that I'm working my way and getting better and better with video production myself, and some of the stuff that I throw together real quick for our chapter is just done with very simple wizard things, but ends up looking really neat. But
yeah,
when you actually get into it and you create something from the ground up, and then you put in little special effects with it as well, that takes a special talent, man. And
man, he's got that
really good.
And he does most of it off his phone.
Okay.
Like, he does this off his phone. This guy, I was like, yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so
I need to set up a class with him.
mate, honestly, and you know what? He is the type of guy that if you messaged him, he would 100% help you because he's helped. He's just that kind of guy. He
Yeah.
would literally, if you asked him help, mate, help. He's awesome.
All right. I got to put him on my calendar so I can schedule a meeting with him for sure.
Do it, man. Do it. You won't regret it.
It's pretty impressive what he puts together for sure. Well, let's just get into it, man. What can people expect? We're I know you're quite a few hours ahead of us here.
Yeah,
You're now on Thursday night as we're recording
yeah, yeah.
this, so it'll be in the wee hours of the morning when we're doing this show live. But it'll be the day of the first start of your weekend. So
Yeah, man.
let's take us through it.
So Friday, we're going to do some of the guys that have travelled over from Europe, and some of these guys. We're doing a meet and greet. So Jamie, the captain, he's taken the day off of work. He is going to be in Waterloo at 12 noon, so 12 lunchtime. And anyone that's about, like, I think we've got Owen from Ireland, Klaus has come over. Vinny will be here. So a few of the guys that have already come over, they're all going to meet in Waterloo, have a few pints in Brewdog. We got a big Brewdog in Waterloo now. It's epic. There's a little slide. They can slide down a few beers, and then Jamie's taking them on a pub crawl around London for the meet and greet, which is going to end up messy. So, there's going to be some sore heads, but then there's a few of us that have got a few bits to do, and then we're all going to meet up. Or I'm probably going to get there about 4 or 5 o'clock. I know Lenny's going to be there 4 or 5 o'clock, and then a few of the other lads are going to do. And we have a little meet and greet, some drinks, chills, basically, probably get some, pre-meet photographs and do what we do and that. And then Saturday morning, most of the London chapter are meeting at the venue Gigi's, which is it's a bar in Hoxton Square. And to be fair, massive shout out to Gigi's. They've looked after us tremendously. We've been there like 3 or 4 years now. It's like our hub. Now, they never charge us for the venue, so they actually give us the venue for free. Now, if you have any idea about London, you try to get a venue in London for an event, you're looking at £2,000 to £3,000 just to hire the venue. So Gigi's give it to us for free. We've got a really good bond with Giovanna, who's the manager. We go in there, if we meet up in London, it's our little hub, so we look after her, she looks after us. So massive shout to Giovanna. The lads are turning up at 11. We're going to dress up the place. We got some banners, we got some some bits and bobs and that. The flags are going up. I'm going to be setting up the disco. So yeah, we have some tunes going. Have a little chat just to give the run out for the day, and then 12 o'clock doors open, and then that's it. Get the boys in.
Who would have thought you of all people would set up music for the event, right?
Yeah, clearly. No, why would I be? I'm only a DJ. Don't worry about it.
But you're not going to have to work doing the DJ stuff. Can you just hit
That
play
is
and
not
let
the
it go?
plan. So I've been making a bit of playlist. So
Okay.
I've been putting some tunes together and that. But yeah, good. I've got the microphones. Going to set up the mics. Put a couple in my pocket. So we'll be, I'll be there to PA and stuff and that. But yeah. So 12 o'clock.
Yourself. You don't want to be working that whole time.
No. Yeah. No. We want everyone to enjoy themselves. So this year, we've done the bands, we've done this, we've done that. So this year, we're literally just concentrating on just chills, good vibes. So we've got 12 o'clock. We're going to do a flag shoot. Obviously, we get everyone together a flag shoot. We're doing that around 2:30. See how everyone's planning out. And then we're going to do the beard competition. And this year is a first. So we're having a moustache competition this year. So we are going to have a beard comp under 6, over 6, standard, and then we're also having a tash competition because, as you see in London, some of the lads, their tashes are a bit,
Yeah.
And so I thought, you know what? Let's get a few of these boys because they don't enter the beard comps because they talk about their tashes more than anything. So I said, okay, we're going to do a tash comp.
Yeah.
So that's taken a pretty good fly. So that's it. And then basically after that, it's going to be music and good vibes. We have a raffle. we have a raffle, obviously. Oh wow, the raffle prizes this year have just been outstanding. All the chapters, the Brotherhood, man. This is what I love about the UK Brotherhood is, you ask and you get. We've got some amazing prizes. Like some of the guys, we got a laptop, we got tablets,
Holy
we've
cow.
got one. Yeah, we got a laptop, tablet. We got a one of one, not a Snapcap one of one, which was donated by Central England. Yeah, they're giving us some patch vouchers and we've got some amazing stuff, man. We've made 20 Villainfest caps just for that as well. Bigfoot, who's sponsoring us again, their beard products are phenomenal, and he's done us. He's not only is he supplying the raffle prize, like the prizes for the competition, he's also done us some raffle hampers as well. So he's
Wow.
again, yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. So Lenny, Lenny, and Lenny's wife Steph, she has been amazing. She has literally spent hours and hours, and she has made pint glasses, tumblers, and she's done all vinyl edging on them. She's put Villainfest on them, little beard logos, and like she's made bunting. And honestly, she has gone above and beyond, and she needs a massive shout out. So a big thank you from me and whole of London for what she's done, because she has literally just she outstanding. I couldn't put it into words what she's done for us lately. Like, but yeah, and it's it. It's all about just getting together, enjoying the day, having a few beers, chilling, and then making some money for charity. And the charity this year is Demelza, which is a fantastic charity. I don't know if you remember, but for Christmas last year we did the gingerbread man patch that we made.
Oh yeah.
So we made the gingerbread man patch, and that was how we got introduced to the Melza, and that they're a children's hospice charity, and they do like children facing life limiting conditions, and they help them and their families, and it's a really good charity. Like for Christmas, we done the patch. We raised enough money to make 96 Build-A-Bear bags. So each bag had a Build-A-Bear in, it had the stuffing in, it had the heart, the certificate. We all put them all together, and then we split them up and we get them, and they went to 3 different locations. But we made 98 bears basically for kids in hospital, and we thought that was such a good charity that we wanted to carry on and do something more. So whereas usually like V6 or V5, we usually pick a couple of charities, but this year because it was such a good charity and we think they do such good work, that we solely concentrated on just for them this year. So we're just gonna concentrate on Demelza and then hopefully make some good money for them this year.
Yeah, when you told me about that, and then when we talked when I was over there, talked a little bit more in depth about what it was and that connection, what you guys did with them. The fact that, I mean, it's so cool. I just got chills right now thinking about, in the pictures that you showed me, and I mean, with you guys just sitting around, building up these bears for these kids
It's such a
that
good day,
that
yeah,
are
such a good
that
day.
are that are in, I mean, in near death, medical condition
Yeah,
situations, and when you're in that, any little thing you can to brighten your day, and
yeah.
you were able to provide that for 96 kids.
Yeah, so
Um,
nearly 100 kids. So we're planning on doing it again this year for Christmas. We've got a new design this year. We're planning on doing a snowman, but that's it. We're not going to tell anymore.
okay.
We got big plans for it this year. We want to try. I'm going to we'll have a chat with Mr. VK himself, because we want to possibly put the cross swords onto it,
Oh,
and then we can open it up, and then I think a lot of people might go a bit more. We might be able to spread further afield, get some more people to buy it, and then maybe buy 200 teddy bears.
can you
So
imagine?
yeah, so that's
That's
yeah. Could you imagine 200 kids at Christmas? Then they get to build the bear, they get to name him, they put the heart in him, they put him in the bag, put him on their back, and that's it. Yeah, and a little smile for Christmas is nothing for us, but it's for them. It's everything.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And it's such a great idea. It's something that I've looked into trying to, after talking with you about it at length. I kind of have started putting some feelers out to see if there's anything like that here, because anytime, obviously, anytime you get a chance to work with, do something with kids is incredible. But then you put it into a situation where it's not just, hey, we're just donating some money. You're giving them something that's a resource for happiness. I guess that's
Yeah,
one way
and
of putting
that
it. And
was
it's
one of the reasons why we did it, because you can just hand over a check for £500, £1,000. The money. Don't get me wrong, the money is amazing. When you hand over money, but when you're physically handing over a present to a child,
yeah.
that's much more. And we know kids love teddies, man. So
And it's
it
personalized. It's a personal.
yeah,
It's something
yeah,
they get to actually have
yeah.
something to do with. It's
Yeah, they build it and they name it. They put the heart in it. You make a wish, put the heart inside the bear. Yeah, it
absolutely.
was it was Lenny, Steph, me, myself, Jamie, Reese. Again, we all got together and we had a good chat about it, and this is what I love as the chapter at the moment is we all get together,
Yeah.
and we put our ideas, and we have mate, we have ideas flying all around the place at the moment. We've put some in the back burner for next year. So even next year, we got some amazing things happening. London at the moment, we're flying. We're really doing well, and it's an amazing chapter to be in it right now. Like, I'm so excited.
Yeah. I like it. Hey, you say we're flying, and with that new logo and everything else, man, it's perfect.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. The Raven, we're flying.
It isn't it hard to you come up when you come up with one of these ideas and you're like, oh, this is going to be great, this is going to be epic, but then you have to put it on hold for like a year because
I know.
because
Yeah, yeah,
I want to do it, but
yeah.
you got to put it on hold because you're involved in this
Have
thing or this thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have to, and then it's like, yeah, we got this idea, and we're like, oh my god, I want to do it. We want to do it. We want to do it now. We're like, yeah, but guys, we've already got our year planned out. Like, this is gonna have to go into next year. And you think next year, that's so far away. It's like, well, it's only 6 months now, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a hard thing to do when you get one of those ideas that you just know this is going to be awesome. This is going to be an
yeah.
epic one, and you just got to put it on the back burner. But yeah,
Oh man,
it'll
yeah,
help you. It'll help you drum it up, man. Well, just real quick, I got to say, I love the fact, and this is something that is unique, I think, to the way that meet and greets are done over there versus here. And this is something Rob told me about the first night that I think it was something he mentioned to me uh, when we were walking around in Camden. Was he was like, hey, just so you know, we don't just like usually hang out at one bar. We everything is a pub crawl. So we start out here and we go, and whereas over here, if we're doing a meet and greet, it's just it's at that one location, and everybody shows up, and then eventually everybody leaves. But I love the fact that
yeah,
it's just, hey, we're starting off here. Who knows where we're going
yeah.
to end up, and who knows how
And
messy it's going to end up.
that is exactly it. Like, and all you know is where you're gonna start. You have no idea where you're gonna finish.
Yeah, I
And
love
you don't
that.
know where you're going to finish and what time.
No, yeah. And for you, since you're not going to be there initially when everybody else starts, you have no idea what the condition of the people is going to be like when you get
No, no, it's literally going to be like I just have to poke my head around and see who's in in a slightly worse for wear area.
Yeah, who's upright and who's already laying down. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
That's great. That's great. Well, I the other thing I have to mention is I was introduced to a new product company when we were over there, and by the some of the gifts that I received for getting that first place thing at Monkey Jam. Um, I still have that right here, but
oh,
but
I
Bigfoot
want a bid.
but Bigfoot, I'd never heard. I mean, obviously, I'd never heard of them before, and since then, I've been using some of their stuff, and wow, I know they're big over there with you guys, but I was very, very impressed.
Yeah. So again, it's Reese, Uncle Bid. It's him and a guy Matt. They took over Bigfoot because Bigfoot's been established for a couple of years.
I didn't know they took
And the
over.
guy, yeah, and then the guy wanted to sell it. He approached Reese and his partner Matt, asked them if they'd be interested in it, and they literally were like, "Yeah." Yeah, we will take it on. They had quite a big. It had a good sort of circle, like just not in BV, but in beard in general.
Yeah.
And then Reese did what Reese does best. He literally stripped it back, redesigned the whole thing. They made all the new scents and the brands, and then Reese just, and Matt worked together as an amazing team, and bang, Bigfoot just exploded. And I always say to guys, like, I've had a beard for a long time, and I've used many different products, and I just never really got something decent. And then I started using the Bigfoot stuff, and wow, like my beard just changed my beard. And then Reese brought out the stuff called Fluff, which I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give this a
What
go.
is
And
I still haven't used that yet. I'm not sure. I've never
oh,
heard of Fluff before.
okay, so let me tell you, the beard Fluff is a game changer. Once I got Rob to use beard fluff, Rob Hayes, I got him to use beard fluff. He literally texted me, "Oh my god, where has this stuff been all my life?" It's like a shaving foam, and you put it in your you do you use your beard routine, and it just, mate, it's a game changer. Trust me, when you use it, you'll be like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't use oil anymore. So since I use
No
fluff, I don't
way.
use oil, balm, nothing. I literally just use the fluff. Done. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to get
But,
the container
well,
out, because I didn't know where in the line you're supposed to be using that, because I opened it up
I, I
and I
I
was
use it
expecting just
all the
another
time.
oil. I was expecting like a balm or something, and I open it up
Yeah,
and it's like these little dollops of stuff in there, and I'm like, well,
yeah,
that's different.
yeah. It's amazing. And like I said, you won at Monkey Jam, and I took first place at Beardiff.
Hey, yeah, but yours is still more impressive than mine. I only won because I was the furthest traveled person. That's for sure.
Oh
So
no, no
yeah,
chance.
no, yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. That's there were at least six or I'm not saying I was the worst, but there were at least 6 or 7 beards that were better than mine that day. And I was, and they said when they told me I was first place, I looked around and I said, "I'm sorry, guys," because nobody cared. Nobody, because you guys don't take
No,
it
no.
that seriously, which I love. That's great.
You were like, sorry, not sorry. This is mine. I'm taking it home.
Hey, yeah, I was more than willing to take home, stuff that's keepsakes that I can take with me for
100%.
sure.
Yes.
So that's great. But man, I'm bummed that the timing didn't work out, because I know that when I initially was looking at the year, and I wanted to try and figure out a way to come to England for something this year. Um, the Villainfest was the first thing that I looked at, just because I remembered all of the progress and how successful it was last year, and seeing stuff and seeing pictures and hearing about it. So that was the first thing that was just that was the first thing I knew that might be able to work. And sure enough, it didn't. So thankfully, I was able to find a way to come over for Monkey Jam, which that exceeded my expectations
Yeah, man.
too. So
Monkey Jam was a great meet. Like I love traveling. Them guys, they're so welcoming. So
yeah,
it's always awesome. To be fair, every chapter that I've been to every meet, and every meet's, it's all welcoming, man. I love it. It's one of the reasons why I'm here.
yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I'm here, and I travel every time, because you can't beat it. It's a feeling that you just can't get from anything else.
Yeah, yeah. And you guys over there, it's just instant home, instant family. When you walk in the door, it doesn't matter if it's the first time. I mean, first that was one of those things that I'm like, I've heard it's going to be welcoming when I get over there, and but you just walk in the door and instantly it's like, hey, and
Yeah,
I love it. I loved it. So
love it.
I'm bummed that I'm not still over there and wasn't able to go over to uh, the one right after mine, where you won, or the one right after Monkey Jam. I was bummed I can't stay around for Villainfest, and there's going to be others that you guys are going to be having over there. But
Yeah, man. And I'm looking to come over to you as well at some point next year. So that's in the
I'm going to hold you
pipeline.
to that. I'll hold you to it
Definitely, definitely. I
for sure.
promise.
I'm telling everybody over there that you need to find a way to come over in October for our event, but I know that's not that's not likely for a lot of people.
Well, October's my birthday, so you never know.
Hey, I'll buy you a drink or two for sure. Maybe get you
I'll,
some other kind of present if you make it over here. But what day is your birthday?
28th October.
Oh, are you kidding me? You're like right after our event, so it'd be perfect timing. But you could be home in
Perfect. I
time
know.
to you could be home in time to celebrate your birthday after, the week before being here.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
Okay,
look into
I'm
it.
gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on you. All right.
Wicked.
Well, man, what I don't know. I don't know what else to ask you about this weekend. You kind of covered it without me even having to prompt you. You just went straight through everything. It's almost like you're used to talking to people through a microphone or something.
Yeah. I don't know. Where do I get that from? It's natural.
Well, what you were talking about some of these prizes. Are you doing? Is there going to be auction in addition to raffles, or is it just raffle?
I don't know. So we have got some
Because
like
that's a
seriously
pretty. I mean, you're talking
awesome.
when you said
Yeah.
laptop. You said laptop.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And a
that's
tablet.
a
So
hell
there's a
of a
laptop. There's a tablet.
that's a hell
We've
of
got
a
some.
raffle prize for
Yeah,
somebody to
man. It
get
is, isn't it?
for just buying
We've
like
also
10 tickets.
a couple of the lads, Stevie B from Welsh chapter. He's made us some one-offs like what's the poly, like the polyplastic
Uh-huh.
prints. So like, so he's done us some one-offs vinyls of these. We've got some, yeah, because like I said, because the guys, everybody gets together, man, and some of these things, like, you just get this, oh, I've got this for you, and you go, oh, I made this for Villainfest, and you're like, well, that's like unbelievable. So yeah, maybe we could auction some off to get some extra money, but the girls that do the raffle. So last year we had basically the first ladies of London, which is what we call them.
All right.
So Steph, Joe, and they last year they absolutely rinsed the whole of the lads in London at V5, and they made over £1,000 in raffle tickets alone last year. And apparently this year they're aiming to beat that. So, and they literally was just robbing everyone. And when people said we haven't got any cash, they went, we have a card machine. So there was no escaping these girls. And this year, apparently they're gunning for your money. So we'll leave it into their capable hands, because now there is
So
four of them now. So we have Steph. Yeah, there's four girls now. We have Steph. We have Joe, which is Dave's Welsh Dave, but he's not Welsh. That's his wife. We have Karen, Reese's wife, and also we have Jamie. His partner is little Lauren. So there's four ladies now that are going to be taking your cash. So beware.
Literally taking it.
Yeah,
They're on the lookout.
literally robbing. They are literally going to be robbing you. Yeah.
Guys are going to be walking around. No, don't see him. Don't see her. Don't see her.
Yeah. Don't make eye
You've already
contact.
taken
You're
all
going
my
to.
money.
Yeah. If you
You've
make
already
eye contact, it's going to cost you a tenner.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens, though. Hey, if they're good for it, man, if they're good at doing it, you got to keep them doing it for sure.
Yeah, man. That's it. Like I say, it's such a good thing. The family gets involved, and everybody just knuckles in and gets involved, and it truly is. It truly is a thing of beauty, because you start. It's a good 6 months, really. You start getting into it. You've already planning it from the end of this one. We'll start planning next year. But it's not till the last 6 months that everything just goes full on, and everybody just gets, they get knees deep and just get involved. And we got a lot of new hopefuls now. We've got some new guys that have come in, and they're literally the eagerness of them, and they just can't wait. And when you first join and you've got that, you just want to do stuff. And we got some guys now, and yeah, it's exciting. It's really exciting.
Isn't it fun to see? I mean, from your shoes, but to look through their eyes and to see it again through the eyes of somebody who's just experiencing it for the first time. You get excited for them, because what that feeling was like.
Yeah, exactly. You know exactly what they're feeling, because you felt the same, 3, 4, 5 years ago. You'll know, and that brings that feeling back into you, and you get that excitement again. So yeah, you sort of feed off each other, and yeah, it's a good thing, man. I'm absolutely buzzing for it, but I'm also absolutely be happy when it's over.
Yeah, you need
to take your foot off the gas, so just for a little bit, and then we've already got the next plan. bang straight onto. We're looking at the Christmas, and we're looking at other things as well. So yeah. You got a little gap, and then it's full steam ahead again.
Yeah, well, and that's what's great about it. You can refocus after you take a little bit of a breather, and I'm just so excited for this event to see. You got to make sure you share the pictures and the videos.
Oh, definitely.
And
But
yeah.
But like you said, none of it would have been possible without the team. So thank you to all the team. But we've got the right people in the right places, and that makes everything possible.
Oh, I'm glad to see it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. See the pictures. Wish I could be there, but thanks so much for taking some time. Do you have any last minute teasers or anything else you want to mention off to anybody that's going to be there coming into town in the next 12 hours or so? Really,
just make sure you have breakfast. Line the stomach. You're gonna need
smart.
it. Yeah, line the stomach. Smart. You're gonna need it. And teasers. We got some nice hats that we've got a limited edition of. So the early birds will be able to get a limited hat if they want to purchase it. But other than that, just bring your chills, bring your good vibes, and get ready for V6, bro, because it's gonna be epic.
I can't wait. I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy for you. Good luck and have a great and very successful. Raise a ton of money for these guys, and
appreciate that.
I can't wait to hear about how the weekend went for you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that lots. Take care. Much love.
Talk to you soon. Take care. All right, V6. That's Danny telling us about V6. I mean, when was the last time you went to a Villain event where they had a raffle and they had tablets and a computer, a laptop? I mean, we could do that at our place, but it's going to be somebody's raggedy old laptop that doesn't work anymore that we're going to donate, but something that's actually workable. That's pretty impressive, guys. That's pretty impressive. So good luck. Wish you the best. Good luck to you guys going to V6 this weekend over there in London. Hey, also, as he mentioned, and those of you who are paying close attention live probably noticed that I mentioned in the video, hey, just before this interview started, I played a video of, nope, I didn't. I forgot to. I just hit play on the video. I just hit play on the interview. So I need to give his due. I need to give Reese his due for doing all the video, all the work, and very cool video here. It's a promo that they released earlier this week for Villainfest 6. How cool is that? How cool is that? Shout out to BV London. Big Smoke villains. Big Smoke. They are doing it right. They're flying along. They're just doing some good work over there. Villainfest 6, V6, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be a blast. People will be coming into town in the next few hours over there. Most of the people, minus Rob, who's here with us live, most of the people that are going to be in attendance are probably asleep right now. So they have no idea that we're doing this show. Maybe they'll listen to it later. We'll see. But awesome shout out, guys. I really appreciate you. I'll help you guys. Everybody that's over there in England that supported me while I was over there. It was such a fun time. But good luck and have an awesome time with V6 this weekend, guys. Hey, we have had a night already. We've had a good time. I still don't have the calendar of events up and running yet. So my hope is let's get that done next week. Get on me. If you've got some events coming up in the next couple of days, you can get to me in the next couple of days that are in the next few months. Give me a shout out. Make sure I can get them on the calendar. I'm going to develop a calendar and we'll get on that for next week's episode. Speaking of next week's episode, before we say goodnight tonight, speaking of next week's episode, it's going to be early. It's going to be early because here's why. I'm going to Vegas for West Coast Meet, for the West Coast Meet. And so I'm actually going out a day or so early. So I will not be here in the studio on Thursday night, able to do it. And we all of us collectively, those of you who have been viewers of this program for a while have collectively, you've all noticed that I try not to do any live shows anymore on the road because for one reason or another, they just never work out the way we hope they would do. So I always try to work around that and do a show early or late based on travel schedules. So what I'm going to do is we're going to probably bring the show to you for next week, probably on Tuesday. So mark your calendars. Episode 178 will probably be Tuesday night. Tuesday night, which is what, 4 days away already? Depending on how you're counting your calendar. But Tuesday night, we're going to be back here for episode 178 because I'll be, Vegas bound on Thursday night. Won't be able to make that work. So that's going to be the scoop, guys. And you know what? That's it. That's going to wrap up episode 177 of The Heart of a Villain. Remember, you can still, you know what? I won't say the promo stuff, but hey, I want to tell you this. I want to remind you to be the villain that the world needs you to be because the heart of a villain never stops beating. Most important words I say every week, guys. You know them. What do I say? I remind you, it's okay not to be okay. If you are hurting, please find a brother to talk to. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. So, guys, have a great night. Have a great Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Enjoy the weekend. I will speak to you next week on Tuesday for 178. Until then, take care. Stay safe.
From the start to the finish, go hard and we winning. It's the heart of a villain. It's the heart of a villain. From the start to the finish, go hard.